Hi, can you hear me? As you know, it's written up there. My name is Mirian. I'm coming from Georgia, the country, not the state, if somebody still confuses it. I know it's a lame joke, but we sometimes make it.
Maybe let's give the number. Six, number.
One,
Okay,
one, one, one.
five,
No.
six.
Nope. No. Yeah. Thank you.
There
Woo! I did. So I'm coming from a country which is very tiny compared to a lot of other countries. Our population is 3.7 million. And like most of the people in the world, we are proud of our country and all the traditions that we have. And we have many. Some of them are very interesting, some of them are very unique, some of them are very weird and strange, but we love them. So in a country where traditions range from weddings, I'm pretty sure a lot of countries have their own traditions, but sometimes Georgian weddings are for 300, 400 people and they last for hours, sometimes for days, and sometimes they end with blood, unfortunately, fighting for the bride or for the bride's friend or I don't know, something. There are also traditions when it comes to funerals. We have this, for some people, strange tradition when we hold the funeral, we hold the feast with another 100 or 200 people who are giving toast to the dead, and you know, we believe that the dead person is eating with us on a table. There was a very big, strange story done by BBC about an Easter week. Easter is probably the biggest holiday for Christians, and Georgians go to the graveyards for the Easter, and they drink there by the gravestones, by the graveyards, and they still believe that this wine or food that they're having is going somewhere up in the heaven for their dead. I know it sounds strange, but people do it. There are traditions when we go to landmarks, to celebrate them, to I don't know, just go around or take our children or go on an excursion or something else, which is deeply, deeply linked to the folklore in any country, especially in Georgia. All the traditions are sometimes unknown how they were born or what they relate to, but we still like them. For some countries, Halloween is a tradition, and I'm pretty sure for some of you, Friday is a tradition to go out and drink and get wasted with your friends. So in a country where traditions are very big, how do you establish a digital tradition? Is a question that me, my team, and the bank that I work for is thinking a lot. Bank of Georgia, some of you might have seen this building over here, which is sometimes quoted as one of the craziest Soviet architecture, Soviet brutalism. We work a lot, we sit a lot every day to think how to come up with a content which is not fully about banking. I can tell you even more that in terms of digital communication, we wrote down a strategy where promoting services and products only is 20% of our communication. The rest 80 is either CSR, public relations, or anything else. For example, in this series of videos, which you can see two girls standing by this very colorful wall, we did a series of videos where we would tell people, children mostly, we would tell them to learn whatever they love. We all have been in a situation when our parents or society tells us that we should become businessmen, lawyers, doctors, or something. So we thought, why don't we encourage youth to learn whatever they love, whatever they want to do in their life. And we wanted to give them an example by finding these people who have done it and who are professionals in what they have learned. Because we know a lot of people who went to physics but end up working as waiters in restaurants or I don't know, pouring ice cream in McDonald's. So we tried to find these people, and we found very interesting individuals, young Georgians. We had a girl who is an astronomer, and she is doing a very, very, very great job internationally. We found these two girls who are developers, and they didn't think that they would become developers, but now they are building great apps. So our idea is to show to the people that Bank of Georgia it is a bank which offers you regular services like a loan, deposit, or any other thing, but it also encourages you to think about things other than banking. And in this way, we are trying to extend our brand, to build brand loyalty by spending a lot of resources on doing things that are not related to banking at all. For example, in this series of videos where we showed to the youth that they can learn whatever they want, we did not really link any student loan or anything in particular, just nothing. We just showed the videos of people, and people loved it. It was a very good project. Another thing that we did, May 26th is the Independence Day of Georgia, and unfortunately, unlike America, and unlike many other countries, Georgians don't really are happy on the Independence Day, which is strange why, but mostly we organize a military parade like most of the Soviet countries, and nothing else happens. We take our kids to these tanks, and we show them guns, and that's it. Nobody really feels like to celebrate the independence. So we thought, what can we do to make people proud of their country? And we came up with an idea. We realized from various researchers that people don't really associate national symbols to their country or to themselves. And one of the biggest symbols of every nation is a flag, which in terms of Georgia consists of 5 crosses. So we came up with an idea that we would tell people to put a flag on their wall, like they do in America. You probably have seen on 4th of July, everybody's like in this picture running with flags. And we came up with an idea that we would print out 6,000 flags for the 7,000 flags, I'm sorry. 6,000 of them were for bank employees that were given them for free, and another 1,000 was given for influencers in the society. We also built an app and the message of the campaign was put a flag on your wall. So it had a double meaning. Put it on your physical wall and put it on your Facebook wall. And we built an app, third-party app, with the help of one agency, where you could just go on, log in, and your profile picture would automatically change. Something like Facebook is developing it right now when it comes to I support girls, or when there is some celebration of some religion or some culture. But unfortunately, since Georgia is a very small country, our market is very small, we cannot directly ask Facebook to build such a feature for us, so we build it ourselves. And 15,000 people actually went on and changed their profile pictures and started the tradition of doing it every year. And we know that this year we're going to do it again. We're going to develop it into a different, in a bigger scale. And we know that these people are starting to join our campaigns. Orange Santa. A lot of Georgians, you all know Coca-Cola's Santa. When somebody asks, like, what is the ad that you recall on New Year's, most of you will say Coca-Cola's trailers coming in with Santa and with this beautiful music. Well, when it comes to Georgia, it's not only Coca-Cola Santa, but it's also Orange Santa. Orange is the corporate color of Bank of Georgia, if you didn't realize so far, because everything is orange in this presentation. It was year 2008, and for those of you who don't remember, it was the year Russia attacked Georgia, and there was a war, and people were very depressed. They were very sad that such a bad thing happened, and Bank of Georgia end of the year came up with an idea that every year recall your TV stations if you still watch them, because most of the people don't watch TV, but if you still do, most of the New Year ads in Georgia, and I guess in many other countries, is like, Happy New Year, buy our TV, Happy New Year, buy our product, Happy New Year, I don't know, Merry Christmas, we have a phone for you, or something like that. So people back then came up with an idea, let's do an ad where we don't tell them to do anything whatsoever. Just let's dance, show them Santa dancing with a lady, and just do it, nothing else. And I did a video which was completely out of nowhere. Nobody really understood it, but people loved it. People loved it, they went crazy about it, they were talking about it everywhere they could. And throughout the years it became a tradition to have an orange Santa dance with ladies. And you can see how his clothing was developed as well, because in the first one, it's like a t-shirt, nowhere close to the winter clothing. And the branding became, it grew bigger and bigger and bigger. It became an annual tradition. And in 2015, Bank of Georgia thought, okay, we're having exactly one and the same guy in every video. So why don't we hold some kind of a Georgia's Got Talent thing, or Britain's Got Talent, where we would elect a Santa for a year contract, and where we would engage people to become the image of Secret Santa. And it went super viral. It was done fully digital. It was only a Facebook-based project, no TV involvement whatsoever, and it was crazy. People were sending their applications. Even one girl sent an application, and she was invited to be an Orange Santa, breaking the stereotypes. And this year, how many of you know this guy, the Italian famous Instagram dancer who has like millions of followers? We even had him dance as a Secret Santa this year, as an Orange Santa. And this year we realized that it would be an interesting opportunity to let any single person become a Santa for any single other person. So we sat down with 2 agencies and the Georgian Post Office, and we came up with a project called Secret Santa, online Secret Santa. All of you, if not most of you, have played Secret Santa at work, where you pick up a name of a person and you have to give a gift to that person without him knowing it. So we thought, why don't we do it an online platform for it and see what's going on. No such project has ever been done in Georgia. And we didn't know anything about it. We were just experimenting and seeing how it would go. We had no empirical study or statistics, how many people would sign up, how many people would send gifts. We thought, like, let's do this and see how it works. So we cooperated with Georgian Post, and we asked them that we will pay for every single package that will be sent. Let's do it completely for free for people and see how it works. It was very interesting that in the first week, the registration was only lasting for a week. 60,000 people signed up to become a Secret Santa. 47% of them actually sent gifts. And we sent gifts to entire country, to any place. We've sent gifts to places that we have never heard of. Santa's demographics of Santas ranged from 2-year-old kids, 3-year-old kids to grandmas and grandpas who were helped either by their children or kids who were helped by their parents. What we realized was that people were in need of something good to happen, because unfortunately, like, even today you realize that nothing good is happening anywhere lately. Everything is bad. We are all gonna die, I guess, someday. Fake news and all, ballistic wars and all that stuff. So we thought, let's do something positive and see how it works. And it worked pretty well. People got very serious about this campaign. It was super viral. It was everywhere. We actually had a huge plan, huge budget to advertise it, but we spent only, I don't know, a little portion of it because it went automatically everywhere. And it was a very easy process. You could just sign up on the website. You had 300 characters to describe yourself. My name is Mirian Jugheli. I like internet. I like YouTube. I like 90s. I like watching random videos on YouTube that have 3 views. That's it. You could have done it. You could have wrote it. And then you were matched with somebody who you would never get an idea who that person is. And I still don't know who my Secret Santa was. And I don't want to know, actually. And you could have basically read this introduction of that person and start thinking about the gift. In this particular case, this lady got a pretty expensive set of painting brushes and pencils and other stuff. People got even more serious. Somebody sent out 2 Coldplay tickets to a concert in Belgium. Keep in mind that I'm talking about a country where an average salary is 300 euros, and those 2 tickets are 300 euros. Or kids. A child who got a very nice letter, and you can see, obviously you cannot read what's written there, but this person is super excited that her child was happy with the gift. Or this case where a lady bought 2 tickets for a movie. She kept one for herself and sent out another one to the person so that they could match and meet in the movie theater. So it was a platform where all types of magic was happening. It was a platform where people were meeting each other. We hope that we encouraged some people to make family out of it, maybe someday, I don't know. But it was a platform where entire Facebook was writing that this is the unique code of my Santa, can you help me find him? Or can you help me with, some people were writing us that I got this very super gift and I would like to pay back and send another gift. And it was just crazy. And just some of the results that were really amazing. We reached 96% of people on Facebook, like almost all of them. Everybody was speaking about it. It was very interesting. The website conversion rate was 37%. 37% of people who went to the website became Secret Santas. Whether they sent gifts or not is a different question. And we did a lot of videos where we would teach them how to, like BuzzFeed type of videos, where you would teach them how to do like crafts gifts in 1 minute or 2 minutes. They were watched for 840 days if we would watch all of them. And it was a campaign that we realized that in the very first day that it would become a tradition. People were writing us, and they are still writing, please do this again. This was an amazing campaign. We really love it. And we are obviously doing it next year. What we realized also after we finished this campaign was that apparently there is a Guinness World Record for the biggest online Secret Santa, that we were short by a couple of thousand of registrants, and obviously this year we are planning to break it. And we hope that people will engage and play again this very interesting game, which is absolutely free for them, which is absolutely interesting for them, and which is absolutely interesting for us. Thanks a lot.